Hello, I'm Eric Hanza. I'm an archaeologist that's been active with the open culture and the open science movement for 10 years now. The main focus of my work centers on Open Context, which is a venue for open data publishing in archaeology and related fields. Pursuing this kind of thing, working with data, is something that's been very difficult to fit into mainstream research career paths, which really focus on pretty narrow publish-or-perish kinds of expectations. I really had to embark on a completely different kind of alternative academic career in order to pursue my interests in working with archaeological data, because it just wasn't feasible in mainstream academic kinds of settings. And there's a real social need there to embrace all these talented, really committed researchers and not drive them away from making contributions toward the public good. I think the building blocks are there for institutional reform in research and scholarship. We've got great institutions right now that have emerged to meet a lot of the niches, a lot of the needs, and a lot of the opportunities that have come about with the digital revolution. So you've got organizations like Creative Commons, and they set up Science Commons. There's the Public Library of Science, Mozilla Foundation with the software carpentry. There's a host of open source organizations. The Impact Story that's trying to understand and evaluate new ways of finding how research has an impact and try to find new reward mechanisms for all sorts of different kinds of contributions in research. So there's this groundswell of innovation, and that groundswell, I think, is something that we need to try to encourage more of. And we need to try to let talented researchers know that there are career options available to them that are outside of what they typically see.
I want to integrate these building blocks of openness into a model I'm calling a learning studio. Studios marshal technical, cultural, and artistic competencies, putting them together in productive collaboration that's meant for public engagement. The learning studio promotes cross-pollinated learning for participants coming with different sets of expertise and levels of experience. For young humanities scholars, especially graduate students and freshmen and PhDs, the Learning Studio will combine experience with participatory learning, a chance to computationally engage with humanistic questions, and do so while honing project management and organizational skills. For students, it will mean close mentorship that combines cultural analysis with data analysis, software, and design. Building upon growing bodies of open research data and open collections, the studio will bring together these diverse areas of talent to create open and web-centric projects that further advance scholarship and learning.
Free inquiry and the pursuit of knowledge is a fundamental human right and is really a foundation for democratic institutions. And we need to create the kinds of institutions that really sustain and support free inquiry, not just in the areas of science and technology that are really emphasized a lot in policy, but also in the arts and the humanities, since it's that breadth of knowledge that is important to cultivate. And if we narrow or close off options, then we're really going to narrow and close off the imagination and creativity in the pursuit of knowledge. Openness has got to mean a lot more than just optimizing an existing status quo. Making research cheaper, more efficient, or easier to commercialize, those should not be the central objectives of the open science movement. Making research more humane, more ethical, more transparent, and responsive to democratic processes, these are much more important kinds of goals. These should be much more central. We really need to cultivate the kinds of creativity in the institutional context that allows for free inquiry, because that's what we really need to tackle a lot of the challenges that we're facing now in the 21st century. So thank you very much for your time.